Question 1. What is the primary goal of community policing in New Hampshire? A. Increasing arrest rates. B. Building trust and partnerships between the police and the community. C. Enhancing police officer training. D. Implementing advanced technology. Answer. B. Building trust and partnerships between the police and the community. Explanation. Community policing focuses on creating strong relationships between law enforcement agencies and the communities they serve. By building trust and partnerships, officers can more effectively address community concerns and improve public safety through collaborative efforts. Question 2. Which of the following is a key responsibility of a police officer in New Hampshire? A. Ignoring minor offenses. B. Enforcing all state and local laws. C. Providing legal advice to citizens. D. Overseeing court proceedings. Answer. B. Enforcing all state and local laws. Explanation. Police officers are responsible for enforcing state and local laws, maintaining public order, and protecting life and property. This includes addressing minor offenses as well as more serious crimes, ensuring a comprehensive approach to law enforcement. Question 3. Scenario. Officer Miller is assigned to patrol a high-crime area in New Hampshire. What strategy should he employ to effectively engage the community and reduce crime? A. Increase the number of arrests. B. Conduct frequent traffic stops. C. Organize community meetings and participate in local events. D. Focus solely on undercover operations. Answer. C. Organize community meetings and participate in local events. Explanation. Engaging with the community through meetings and local events helps build trust and encourages community members to share information and collaborate with the police. This proactive approach can lead to more effective crime prevention and problem solving. Question 4. What is the legal standard for conducting a search without a warrant in New Hampshire? A. Probable cause. B. Preponderance of the evidence. C. Beyond a reasonable doubt. D. Reasonable suspicion. Answer. A. Probable cause. Explanation. The Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution and Article 19 of the New Hampshire Constitution require that searches without a warrant be based on probable cause. This standard means that there must be a reasonable belief, based on factual evidence, that a crime has been, is being, or will be committed. Question 5. Under New Hampshire law, which of the following is considered a felony offense? A. Petty theft. B. Simple assault. C. Burglary. D. Trespassing. Answer. C. Burglary. Explanation. In New Hampshire, burglary is classified as a felony offense. Felonies are serious crimes that typically involve severe penalties, including significant fines and imprisonment. Burglary involves unlawfully entering a building with the intent to commit a crime inside. Question 6. Scenario. Officer Ramirez is conducting a traffic stop in New Hampshire and suspects the driver is under the influence of drugs. What should Officer Ramirez do to gather evidence legally? A. Search the vehicle without consent. B. Perform a field sobriety test and request a chemical test. C. Arrest the driver without further evidence. D. Allow the driver to leave with a warning. Answer. B. Perform a field sobriety test and request a chemical test. Explanation. To gather evidence legally, Officer Ramirez should perform a field sobriety test to assess impairment. If there is probable cause to believe the driver is under the influence, he can request a chemical test, e.g., blood or urine test, to confirm the presence of drugs. Question 7. What is the appropriate use of force protocol for a police officer in New Hampshire during an arrest? A. Use the maximum force necessary to ensure compliance. B. Use only the force necessary to control the situation. C. Avoid using any force. D. Use lethal force immediately. Answer: B. Use only the force necessary to control the situation. Explanation: police officers are trained to use the minimum amount of force necessary to control a situation and ensure compliance. This approach is consistent with the principles of proportionality and necessity, aiming to protect the rights and safety of all individuals involved. Question 8. Which of the following is a critical step in the arrest procedure in New Hampshire? A. Issuing a citation without making a physical arrest. B. Informing the suspect of their Miranda rights. C. Allowing the suspect to leave after questioning. D. Conducting a full search of the suspect's home without a warrant. Answer: B. Informing the suspect of their Miranda rights. Explanation: when making an arrest, officers must inform the suspect of their Miranda rights, which include the right to remain silent and the right to an attorney. This is required to ensure that any statements made by the suspect during custodial interrogation are admissible in court. Question 9. Scenario: Officer Johnson is involved in a foot pursuit of a suspect in New Hampshire. What should his immediate priority be? A. Continue chasing without calling for backup. B. Use deadly force to stop the suspect. C. Communicate his location and request backup. D. Return to his patrol car to wait for the suspect to return. Answer: C. Communicate his location and request backup. Explanation: during a foot pursuit, it is critical for Officer Johnson to communicate his location and request backup to ensure coordination and safety. Backup can assist in apprehending the suspect and provide support in case the situation escalates. Question 10. Which communication technique is most effective for de-escalating a tense situation in New Hampshire? A. Giving orders in a loud, authoritative voice. B. Using active listening and showing empathy. C. Ignoring the individual's concerns. D. Making quick assumptions and acting on them. Answer: B. Using active listening and showing empathy. Explanation: active listening and showing empathy are key communication techniques that help de-escalate tense situations. By listening to the individual's concerns and responding with understanding, officers can build rapport and reduce the likelihood of conflict. Question 11. Why is nonverbal communication important in law enforcement interactions in New Hampshire? A. It is less important than verbal communication. B. It helps convey authority and control. C. It can contradict verbal messages, leading to confusion. D. It provides additional context and understanding of the interaction. Answer: D. It provides additional context and understanding of the interaction. Explanation: nonverbal communication, such as body language, facial expressions, and gestures, provides important context and can help officers understand the emotions and intentions of individuals. It complements verbal communication and can enhance the effectiveness of interactions. Question 12. Scenario: Officer Davis is interviewing a witness to a robbery in New Hampshire. The witness appears nervous and hesitant to speak. How should Officer Davis proceed? A. Demand immediate answers. B. Use threats to obtain information. C. Reassure the witness and create a comfortable environment. D. Ignore the witness and move on. Answer: C. Reassure the witness and create a comfortable environment. Explanation: to obtain accurate and reliable information, Officer Davis should reassure the witness and create a comfortable environment. This approach helps reduce the witness's anxiety and encourages them to share important details about the incident. Question 13. What is a key component of physical fitness assessments for police officers in New Hampshire? A. Handwriting tests. B. Cardiovascular endurance tests. C. Typing speed tests. D. Chess playing ability. Answer. B. Cardiovascular endurance tests. Explanation. Physical fitness assessments for police officers typically include cardiovascular endurance tests, which measure an officer's ability to perform sustained physical activity. This is essential for tasks such as foot pursuits and other physically demanding duties. Question 14. Why is situational awareness important for police officers in New Hampshire? A. It allows officers to react to events before they happen. B. It ensures officers can write reports accurately. C. It helps officers remember laws and regulations. D. It is not relevant to daily duties. Answer. A. It allows officers to react to events before they happen. Explanation. Situational awareness involves being aware of one's surroundings and anticipating potential threats. This ability is crucial for police officers to react promptly and effectively to emerging situations, enhancing their safety and the safety of others. Question 15. Scenario. Officer Nguyen is responding to a medical emergency in New Hampshire and finds a victim who is unconscious and not breathing. What should be his first action? A. Check for a pulse and begin CPR if there is no pulse. B. Wait for paramedics to arrive. C. Move the victim to a different location. D. Call the victim's family for instructions. Answer. A. Check for a pulse and begin CPR if there is no pulse. Explanation. In a medical emergency involving an unconscious and non-breathing victim, Officer Nguyen should check for a pulse and begin CPR if there is no pulse. Immediate action can be life-saving, and officers are trained in basic emergency response procedures such as CPR. Question 16. What is an essential element of critical thinking for law enforcement officers in New Hampshire? A. Accepting information at face value. B. Evaluating evidence and considering multiple perspectives. C. Ignoring contradictory evidence. D. Making quick decisions without analysis. Answer. B. Evaluating evidence and considering multiple perspectives. Explanation. Critical thinking involves evaluating evidence, considering multiple perspectives, and making informed decisions based on a thorough analysis of the available information. This approach helps officers solve problems effectively and avoid biases. Question 17. Which problem-solving strategy is most effective for addressing complex issues in law enforcement in New Hampshire? A. Relying on past experiences exclusively. B. Using a systematic approach such as SWOT analysis. C. Ignoring input from colleagues. D. Acting on instinct without gathering information. Answer. B. Using a systematic approach such as SWOT analysis. Explanation. SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, is a systematic approach that helps officers analyze complex issues comprehensively. By identifying and evaluating these factors, officers can develop effective strategies to address the problems. Question 18. Scenario. Officer Thompson is investigating a series of burglaries in New Hampshire and needs to develop a strategy to catch the perpetrator. What should he do first? A. Conduct random house searches. B. Review evidence from the crime scenes and look for patterns. C. Arrest known burglars without further investigation. D. Wait for the next burglary to occur. Answer. B. Review evidence from the crime scenes and look for patterns. Explanation. Reviewing evidence from the crime scenes and looking for patterns is a critical first step in developing a strategy to catch the perpetrator. By analyzing the evidence, Officer Thompson can identify potential suspects and predict future criminal behavior, leading to a more targeted and effective investigation. Question 19. Which of the following is a key factor in handling domestic violence cases in New Hampshire? A. Ignoring the victim's statements. B. Ensuring the safety of the victim and any children present. C. Allowing the suspect to explain before taking any action. D. Dismissing the incident as a personal matter. Answer. B. Ensuring the safety of the victim and any children present. Explanation. In domestic violence cases, the primary concern is the safety of the victim and any children present. Officers must take immediate steps to protect them, which may include arresting the suspect, providing resources to the victim, and ensuring a safe environment. Question 20. What is a common characteristic of hate crimes in New Hampshire? A. They are motivated by the perpetrator's need for money. B. They are committed without any specific target. C. They are motivated by bias against a particular group. D. They are less severe than other types of crimes. Answer. C. They are motivated by bias against a particular group. Explanation. Hate crimes are motivated by bias against a particular group based on race, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or other characteristics. These crimes are taken very seriously because they not only harm the immediate victims but also spread fear and division within the community. Question 21. Scenario. Officer Patel is responding to a report of gang activity in a New Hampshire neighborhood. What should be his primary focus upon arrival? A. Arresting all individuals present. B. Observing the situation and gathering intelligence. C. Using force to disperse the group. D. Ignoring the activity if it seems minor. Answer. B. Observing the situation and gathering intelligence. Explanation. Upon arrival at a scene involving gang activity, Officer Patel should first observe the situation and gather intelligence. This helps in understanding the dynamics and identifying key individuals involved. Taking immediate action without sufficient information could escalate the situation and lead to unintended consequences. Question 22. What is a crucial aspect of writing effective police reports in New Hampshire? A. Using complex legal jargon. B. Including clear and concise details. C. Omitting minor details to save time. D. Writing in a casual tone. Answer. B. Including clear and concise details. Explanation. Effective police reports should be clear and concise, providing all necessary details in an easily understandable manner. This ensures that the report can be used accurately in legal proceedings and by other officers. Question 23. Why is proofreading important for police report writing in New Hampshire? A. To make the report longer. B. To ensure accuracy and professionalism. C. To include more personal opinions. D. To make the report more entertaining. Answer. B. To ensure accuracy and professionalism. Explanation. Proofreading is important to ensure that police reports are accurate, clear, and free of errors. This enhances the professionalism of the report and ensures that it can be reliably used in investigations and court proceedings. Question 24. Scenario. Officer Lee is preparing an incident report after responding to a burglary in New Hampshire. What should he focus on including in the report? A. His personal feelings about the incident. B. Detailed factual information about what occurred. C. Assumptions about the suspect's motives. D. A description of unrelated events that happened that day. Answer. B. Detailed factual information about what occurred. Explanation. When preparing an incident report, Officer Lee should focus on providing detailed factual information about what occurred. This includes the time, location, actions taken, and any evidence collected. Personal feelings and unrelated events should be excluded to maintain the report's objectivity and relevance. Question 25. What is the first step in identifying a suspect from a photo lineup in New Hampshire? A. Showing all photos to multiple witnesses at once. B. Ensuring the lineup includes individuals who resemble the suspect. C. Informing the witness of the suspect's position in the lineup. D. Selecting only photos of individuals who look very different from each other. Answer: B. Ensuring the lineup includes individuals who resemble the suspect. Explanation: the first step in a photo lineup is to include individuals who resemble the suspect to avoid suggestive identification. This ensures a fair and unbiased process, increasing the likelihood of an accurate identification. Question 26. Which of the following is a sign of intoxication that police officers in New Hampshire should look for? A. Calm demeanor and clear speech. B. Slurred speech and unsteady balance. C. Politeness and cooperation. D. Clear eyes and steady movements. Answer: B. Slurred speech and unsteady balance. Explanation: slurred speech and unsteady balance are common signs of intoxication. Officers are trained to recognize these and other indicators, such as the smell of alcohol, to determine if an individual is under the influence. Question 27. Scenario: Officer Hernandez observes a suspicious item during a traffic stop in New Hampshire. What should be his immediate action? A. Ignore the item and continue the stop. B. Handle the item directly to inspect it. C. Secure the scene and call for specialized units. D. Allow the driver to leave without questioning. Answer: C. Secure the scene and call for specialized units. Explanation: upon observing a suspicious item, Officer Hernandez should secure the scene and call for specialized units to handle the item. This ensures safety and proper evidence handling, as the item could be hazardous or linked to criminal activity. Question 28. Scenario: Officer Thompson responds to a domestic disturbance call in New Hampshire where a spouse is threatening violence. What is the most appropriate initial action? A. Arrest both parties involved. B. Separate the individuals and assess the situation. C. Ignore the threats and leave. D. Use force immediately to control the situation. Answer: B. Separate the individuals and assess the situation. Explanation: the most appropriate initial action is to separate the individuals and assess the situation. This approach helps de-escalate the situation and allows the officer to gather information from each party without further confrontation. Question 29. Scenario: Officer Green encounters a group of teenagers loitering near a closed business late at night in New Hampshire. How should he approach the situation? A. Demand they leave immediately without explanation. B. Use force to disperse the group. C. Approach calmly, ask questions, and assess their intentions. D. Ignore the group and continue patrol. Answer: C. Approach calmly, ask questions, and assess their intentions. Explanation: Officer Green should approach calmly, ask questions, and assess their intentions. This approach helps determine if the group poses a threat or if they are simply hanging out, allowing the officer to respond appropriately and avoid unnecessary conflict. Question 30. What is the primary purpose of writing an incident report in law enforcement in New Hampshire? A. To entertain readers with detailed stories. B. To provide a factual and detailed account of an event. C. To confuse the defense in court. D. To minimize the importance of the event. Answer: B. To provide a factual and detailed account of an event. Explanation: the primary purpose of an incident report is to provide a factual and detailed account of an event. This documentation is crucial for investigations, legal proceedings, and maintaining accurate records of incidents.